Hey, Kat Miller here. Today in this video, I want to talk to you about something that I didn't even know that I needed, and it actually helped me 1.5 times my income, which is a massive jump. And I want to tell you how that happened. But firstly, I want to guess something about you. You're probably someone who loves to learn. You probably go to a lot of workshops and maybe seminars and online events, and maybe you've attended a lot of or bought a lot of courses, and you've got lots of notes on your computer, on your phone, in folders and notebooks. You've got lots of ideas, and you have a real hunger, a real desire to see more tangible results in your coaching business for all that effort that you put into learning. But something kind of keeps happening and things keep popping up and urgent things keep taking your focus and taking priority. And those ideas that you have, those things that you've been thinking about for a long time, or those pieces of content that you want to get out there in the world, it just kind of keeps being pushed to the side. And maybe you're delaying putting content out consistently and marketing your business consistently. And the result of that is that you're not really having many sales conversations and you don't have as many clients as you like. And the only reason I'm guessing this is because I have experienced this so much, and it's very common as a coach. And I hear people talk about this regularly. And the problem with this is that you miss out on a lot of opportunities to get clients and to help more people. And learning is amazing. We have to learn, and it's incredible the amount of information out there. But there's also more to it than just learning, as you know, right? And I really understand this so personally because this was my journey. And in 2021, my friend Reese messaged me on Facebook and he said, "Hey, I'm part of this group of coaches and they have a workshop coming up, and they're offering some tickets for free for invited guests. Do you want to come as my guest?" And at first I was a little bit skeptical because I've been to a lot of workshops already. I've spent days, weeks actually, if I'm honest, in so many training events, taking notes, learning, filling up notebooks. And in the back of my mind, I was kind of thinking, why would this be any different? Do I really need another event? Is this going to be just more information that I won't have time to fully implement? But Reese was excited about it. I really respect him. And so I knew he wouldn't suggest it if it wasn't going to be valuable. So I thought, all right, there's no harm in checking it out. And I figured that at least I'd learn something. So I decided to attend, and I went with an open mind, even though I still had that little voice in my head that was saying, let's not get our hopes up too high. Looking back, I can honestly say that that single yes changed the course of my business in so many ways I never could have expected it. And it wasn't just because I learned new things. It definitely wasn't because of that. That was one part of it, but it wasn't just because of the presenter. It was because when I joined that Zoom room, it was full of coaches. And I had never been in an environment where it was that many coaches in one room, all with the same goal to change more people's lives. People who were doing very similar work to what I do. And most people had the same very similar values, very similar challenges that they were facing in their business, and very similar goals. So there was something really unique about being surrounded by people who were so committed, so focused, and so driven to succeed. I was blown away. And the conversations and the buzz and the energy and the insights and the immediate feedback that I was getting was priceless. I've been part of lots of group programs over the years. I think my first one was back in 2016. I'm pretty sure it was 2016. And it was a mix of business owners from all different industries. And we would meet once a month for 2 hours, and we'd listen to other coaches or other people get coached. The challenge with this group was that there were a lot of topics that didn't relate to me. So because there was such a big mix of business owners, there were brick and mortar, there were shops, there were product-based businesses, there were all sorts of different types of industries. And so we would listen to people who had very different problems to us, and it would be very distracting and very overwhelming with all the information that wasn't actually relevant. And when it was finally my turn to ask a question, you'd literally only get a few minutes, and I'd get my answer, but then I'd have to wait like a whole nother month before I got any other support in my business. And it often felt like I was just a passive observer trying to figure out, is there any value, like picking through 2 hours every month of trying to figure out how do I apply this to my own situation. And a lot of it was a waste of time. And it felt really discouraging because I constantly felt like it was just going to take me forever to achieve my goals. It was going to take me years. But being in that room in 2021, it really helped me realize what I'd been missing actually. And what was missing was the power of a quality community. There are lots of communities out there, right? There are thousands, if not millions, of communities. There'll be millions online. But it wasn't just being in our community, it was being in a quality community of people who were driven, hungry. It was the type of people that were in the room, and it was because they were all coaches. And it was the accountability, the feedback, and the support that only comes from being in a community of people doing similar things to you that really accelerated my growth, and my income just shot up. Obviously, I had to apply the learnings. I had to use that inspiration and motivation and drive and accountability and feedback and take the action. Of course, I started doing things differently. I started applying it, but that was the catalyst. And when you are around other people who share similar values, similar goals, are going through the same journey as you, something really magical happens. You probably experienced this if you've been in a similar kind of community. And I know some of you watching, you are in our inner circle community and you experience this. The energy lifts you up. A lot of people say to me when they come to an inner circle call, oh, I just was feeling flat. I was feeling unmotivated. I was feeling overwhelmed when I came into the session. And by the end, they feel uplifted, they feel inspired, they feel energized, they feel ready to take action. And so you feel motivated by seeing what other people are doing, by having other people ask their questions, watching other people get coached. There is a multiplication effect that happens that is so much greater than just being coached one-on-one. You get inspired by other people. You want to push yourself further. You want to show up in a better way, in a bigger way. And what I got out of that group experience, and I continued to stay in that group, was it just changed everything. I heard strategies that I could immediately implement that were slightly different. The way they were doing things were different to what I'd been doing. And there were new ideas, new ways of doing things, and a level of inspiration and energy and motivation that I hadn't felt in that same way before, because the people in the Zoom room were all coaches. It's like, finally, I'm in a room where everyone was speaking my language. The people in the room were real, they were raw, they were authentic. But what stood out to me is they were incredibly driven. They were there to get things done. That was the culture. No one was making excuses or getting stuck in stories about why things weren't happening for them. We rolled up our sleeves and we got things done. And it wasn't that this community is the only community getting things done. It's not about that. It's about being in a group of people that is like-minded and is doing what you're doing. And it creates this contagious buzz of collaboration, of feedback, real-time feedback, where people are taking action on the spot. And it took everything we were doing to that next level. So for me, suddenly I was getting so much more out of my efforts. I didn't have to work longer hours, I just got more results. I tweaked and changed things, and it felt amazing. So here's the thing. If you're constantly talking to people who aren't running their own business, who aren't coaches, you're not going to get the advice you need to grow. You're going to get advice from friends and family that maybe are well-meaning, that maybe love you, that maybe have some great things to say, but is it coming from their own experience? You know, if you're in a group of other coaches, you're surrounded by people who get it, who can offer that real lived experience, that guidance, that perspective, because they get it. So surrounding yourself with not only successful people, but successful people doing the kinds of things that you want to do, that have gone before you, is one of the fastest ways to massively progress. Let's talk about the challenges of trying to do it without this type of group experience. Here are some problems that you might face if you don't have this. Number one, you have limited networks and connections. When you're doing everything solo, you miss out on the support, the connections, the like-minded group of coaches who offer inspiration and ideas and help hold you to your goals, to that higher standard. Number two, there's a real isolation. There's a real lack of community. It's so easy to feel lonely, to feel isolated, to feel on your own, to second guess, to overthink everything when you don't have that shared knowledge and that mutual encouragement that comes from being in a powerful group. Number three, there's limited opportunities for feedback. Feedback is your key to growth. Feedback is how you progress. And if you're not open to feedback, you are going to stay stuck. When someone tells me they're stuck, one of the first things I think about is someone looking at what you're doing and helping you find the blind spots, find what's working, and find how to fix it? Because a lot of people are very close to feedback and they will just keep justifying why they're doing things the way they're doing them rather than going, hey, I need to change. So feedback, most people aren't analyzing what they're doing. They're not thinking, why is it not working? And so therefore they're not getting better. They're not progressing. They're not improving. Their numbers aren't going up. Their groups aren't growing. Their email list isn't growing. Their followers aren't growing. They're not having regular sales conversation, which is the key to people signing up, is sales conversations, whether that's on message or on Zoom or calls, you know, actually speaking to human beings. And when people don't know why something's not working, they'll just keep doing the same thing and keep getting the same results. There's less accountability. Accountability is so powerful. In a group, you have people who keep you on track, who make sure you follow through on your goals. It's much easier to procrastinate and lose momentum if no one is watching what you're doing. And there is way less learning opportunities. You know, in a group, you get to learn from other people's experience and real life, you know, this is what they're going through, their successes, their mistakes. You know, when you're on your own, you're limited to your own perspective. Even if you're working with someone one-on-one, it's still only one person's perspective. I can't tell you the number of people that have come to me that have worked with a one-on-one coach and it hasn't got them where they've wanted to go because it's only one person. And that can really slow down your growth and your progress. So all these issues add up and they can lead to significantly slower growth and limited progress. And that's why I'm a huge advocate for quality communities with people doing similar things to you. When I got invited to that event in 2021, it changed the way I approach my business. Being able to get things done live in the same room with other people, it was incredible, especially because I work on my own in an office solo. Being able to have that co-working energy from other people. Okay, we're doing this task. Let's go. Let's do it together. It just eradicates all your excuses, all your putting it off, all your procrastination. You get live feedback on the spot. and you actually get things done. It's so much more valuable than just sitting by yourself, coming up with something, posting it, hoping for the best. And that's what I want to offer to you. If you're part of my program, you get to experience this all the time. We meet obviously twice a week, and we also have our every second Friday, we have our Get It Done co-working sessions, and we have our member events. If you're not part of that, I'd like to offer you a one-time free guest pass to my upcoming VIP virtual retreat. So you can experience what it's like to be in a group setting like this. My clients regularly attend these events where they get live support, they get guidance, and they get that energy that comes from working alongside other like-minded people who are motivated, who are excited, who are doing awesome things in the world. So maybe you've been considering joining a group, but you're not sure if it's for you. Maybe you've attended one of my workshops before. Maybe you've learned some cool information, but you haven't been able to apply it on your own. That's exactly why I create these VIP experiences, to give you that extra support to help you get things done and for you to experience the impact of being surrounded by awesome people who are committed to their growth, who are as driven as you, who are as hungry for success as you. I saw how joining a group changed my business. It transformed my business. It grew my income by 1.5 times without me having to do more. I just used what I was already doing in a smarter and better way. And it started because I took that chance on that first group event. I got the strategies, the feedback, the support, the inspiration, and now I want to offer that to you. Also, when you have an expert helping you, things can turn around really quickly for you. It doesn't have to take years. I know some of you are fully committed to creating a successful coaching business, and you recognize you need help with it. Because if you haven't achieved the results that you're going after, you need to come alongside someone who has. You recognize that you need the skills, you need the guidance, you need the direction every step of the way. And so if you want to be in that environment where you can be fully supported, now's your chance. So you can join us at our upcoming VIP virtual retreat. It's the last one for the year. And you'll be amazed at how much it will shift your mindset and your growth. In this event, we're focusing on the most important part of marketing, which is content. We're actually creating 4 powerful pieces of content together using my signature proven frameworks. And I'm available for 2 full days to look at what you're doing, to give you ideas and insights and help you make it amazing before you put it out into the world. Feedback is the answer to getting unstuck. So you'll have an expert helping you every step of the way, and you'll get that live support from others. So rather than just posting and hoping, you'll get instant valuable feedback right there on the spot. So type the word retreat in the comments if you haven't already got your free guest pass. If you're a member, private message me and I'll send you the link if you haven't registered already, because we've got a separate link for you. But if you want one of these free guest passes, type the word retreat and I will get that out to you. Remember, business is better together. Don't struggle on your own. Don't struggle on your own. You need a like-minded, powerful, quality community of people that are doing the same thing that you are. Have a beautiful, amazing week, my friends, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Bye for now. Take care.